Fascinated by, it's the Duggars. We remember when they first hit the scene over a decade ago, and Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar were the Christian fundamentalist stars who initially brought their 19 kids into the spotlight. Now, their children are growing up fast and developing fan bases of their own. From Instagram to Twitter to TLC's Counting On, fans adore seeing what the older Duggar men and women are getting into next. Jinger Duggar recently had a few very important announcements to make that really got her fans talking. There have been rumors in the past that Jim Bob and Michelle have totally disowned her, and could it be true? Here's what we know. Jinger has always been seen as one of the more rebellious Duggar kids. As a whole, the Duggars aren't a rebellious bunch. We've seen the kids grow up and abide by all of their parents' rules, which include wearing modest clothing and no physical touch during courtships. It seems there is one Duggar who stands out from the rest, though, and that's Jinger. Over the years, fans have watched Jinger evolve and break a few rules, especially with her now husband, Jeremy Vuolo. OK. Magazine reminds us when Jeremy proposed to Jinger, they gave each other a full frontal hug, which is a huge sin in the Duggar family. And once the two tied the knot, there was also talk that Jinger may have been using birth control, as it took nearly a year before they announced their pregnancy. Many of the Duggar women have taken to more modern dress, surprisingly, Michelle has too, but the possible use of birth control would definitely not appease the matriarch and patriarch of the family. Rumors spread that Jim Bob doesn't get along with Ginger's husband. Jeremy and Jinger seem like the perfect match, but it seems Jim Bob may not be Jeremy's biggest fan. Romper reminds us Jim Bob grilled Jeremy during an episode of Counting On regarding how they were going to afford Ginger's love of shopping at the thrift store. Jeremy seemed totally incredulous that he would be asked such a silly question. Not only that, but when Jeremy and Jinger planned to move to Laredo, Texas, where they currently reside, Jim Bob seemed totally unimpressed. The awkward conversation that ensued gave fans a clue as to how the father and son-in-law really feel about each other. As Jim Bob said, "I just don't think they're at the place to swap spit yet. We know now that Jinger and Jeremy are doing very well for themselves in Texas without the help of the IR parents, but do Jim Bob and Michelle ever visit?" Romper notes fans seem to think they don't visit Jinger even when they're in the state, further supporting the idea they've disowned her. Jinger and Jeremy are now moving far away to Los Angeles. If Jim Bob and Michelle weren't happy with Jinger moving to Texas, we can't imagine how they feel now that she's announced she's moving to Los Angeles. As Jinger and Jeremy mentioned on their blog, in recent days, God has made it overwhelmingly clear to us that He is leading us out of Laredo. Through much prayer and counsel, the next step for our family is to relocate to Los Angeles to attend Grace Community Church as Jeremy pursues graduate studies at the Master's Seminary. The couple then went on to say that, leaving Laredo this July will be one of the hardest things we've ever done. Our friends here have become like family. It seems there's no mention of leaving Arkansas in the dust.